I got the good stuff tonight. A little truth.
Ooh, fancy.
Bring some truth to the people. You can't handle the truth. The truth is, they put people like me on town. People like you can sleep easy at night. Dude, I can. Wow.
Excellent. 6 to midnight. Oh, I got so nervous. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, the tongue and the teeth and the lips and the red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Audrey, look at me. All right, I'm ready. Oh, they can hear us.
Oh, you guys heard us.
Everything was good with the audio, meaning that they heard everything that we just said.
Bound to make a mistake, at least one a day. So there it is. But
well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to Thursday night football.
Oh man,
torn and tattered Cleveland Browns,
to say the least, an interesting one.
Torn and tattered.
Oh yeah, they're decimated at this point. Is there an update on whether or not OBJ is going to play tonight?
It looks like he's out there warming up right now. I got the game on in here, and it does look like he's out there warming up. Let me check any updates here from the chef.
Yeah, him and Von Miller are giving each other a squeeze. So it looks like OBJ is going to be playing.
First source, OBJ will play tonight. This was tweeted out by Ian Rappaport from James Palmer. Your shoulder injury, I'm told, said all day, don't count him out. He's giving it a go. So look, he's out there doing his, famous, one-handed jump catches and all that good stuff. As OBJ does warm up, so he's going to play. And Jarvis Landry activated either today or yesterday. So Jarvis Landry will be out there. Big stories though: no Baker Mayfield, no Kareem Hunt, no Nick Chubb for Locos, who started really, really good, and then have subsequently lost 3 straight, falling like a rock in the sky back to earth. Going back to 500 at 3-3 are the Denver Broncos. And I don't want to say I called it, but I called it.
Bruce, thanks for liking the video, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys.
We'll be here shortly doing the we're also live on so if for some reason the feed does go out, please go check out the YouTube channel as well.
That would be fantastic.
You guys got anybody playing in this game tonight?
I don't think I have any Browns, and just out of just pure strategy, I'd stay away from the Broncos. Let me see if I got anybody. I am going against Javonte Williams, who, if I'm not mistaken, that was a Bengals draft pick. Am I correct in that?
I believe so.
Is that a different Williams?
No, that's Trayvon Williams.
Trayvon Williams. Yeah. Sorry,
former Seminole.
Yeah, or was he Oklahoma?
Trayvon Williams was for State. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Okay.
I don't know.
Here we are talking about guys we never heard of. Yeah, I don't have anybody going tonight. I don't even think on my bench I have anybody going tonight. I got a lot of homies on buys. Last week was 14, now 13 games to pick. So the margin for error continues to get, I guess, guess you could say larger. I don't know. You can be wrong less. I
Yep.
think is how that works. What about you, Bob? You got anybody going?
No, I had one of my opponent in my work league had OBJ, and I guess he dropped him because he's not on his team anymore.
Wow.
And he
Is he available?
picked up Henry Ruggs the third.
Interesting.
Yeah, OBJ is on the waiver wire.
Speaking of news about fantasy, Khalil Herbert, your Corey James pickup of last week that you got there, Bob. It looks like Damian Williams is going to be out again this week.
Yep.
For the Bears. So I don't know this David Montgomery's status.
He's on the IR anyway, so
Okay.
he's not coming back for at least 2 more
Oh
weeks.
yeah, I've got Khalil Herbert in my lineup. I think
Oh,
no,
I
I
know.
don't.
Well,
No, he's on my bench.
You had him on your team. It
He's on my
looks like
bench.
He should be getting some production this week as well. Anybody that
Well,
needs a handcuff.
I've got Aaron Jones, Joe Mixon, and Cordell Patterson going. My RB1, Aaron Jones, RB2, Joe Mixon, flex is Cordell Patterson. I don't see Herbert out producing them this week.
Yeah, that's a decent call. I still have Chris Evans on my team. He hasn't cracked the starting lineup yet, but I'm just gonna keep him. It's in my keeper league, so I'm gonna keep him hanging around there and just see. You never know. Could be maybe the Bengals end up trading him, but he has moved up on the depth chart. That did happen this week.
Nice.
Chris Evans moved up. He is now the number 2. That said, Samaje Perine did just get cleared for the Bengals of he's off the COVID injured reserve, so he's cleared for team activity and could come back into that depth chart role. But after the game Chris Evans had last week, it's kind of hard to boot him out. Now, consistently on this show, we enjoy a few dad pops, as we call them, from time to time. And one of the things that I say is keep the fridge close. Well, new studio in here. It's just one of my spare bedrooms here. And as you can see by the background of the lovely ukuleles, not the quarterback for Clemson. So we've improvised.
Ah, there you go.
My cooler. This is
the soft pack cooler for beers. Bold strategy.
We got a good one tonight, boys. We got a good one. Ryan Guy's Truth.
Good old Cincinnati legend right there.
And I mentioned last week on the show, or excuse me, last week. I mentioned on Tuesday on the show, cousin came up and visited for the Bengals Lions game. He brought me a little care package, as he does consistently. Grippos and Ryan Geist.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. So
did he bring any Kansas Skyline?
He did not bring. I can get those here. I can get Kansas Skyline here at the Kroger. So
that's just it's still not the same, but it's close.
It's not the same as the restaurant, but what are you gonna do? So as always, Ryan Geist, if you're watching, you can sponsor us. You can sponsor Rally Tile Sports. You can sponsor Line to Game. We will accept that. I promise. So
my address is.
You can email us at rallytilesports09@gmail.com.
Fun fact. So Todd, you made the email address. Did you do the 09 because that's the year we all graduated high school?
It's the homage to Fairfield High School. The homage to the 3 of us.
Only time I'll ever do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, the basketball season kicked off on Tuesday. I don't know if we want to switch gears for a quick second.
Sure.
I do want to talk about what the Sixers president, Daryl Morey, said about Ben Simmons. I don't know if you guys saw this. Came out 2 hours ago. He said, "You're going to think I'm kidding. I'm not. This could be 4 years. Every day, we're going to expect Ben Simmons to be back here, or we trade him for a difference maker." They're willing to sit on Ben Simmons for 4 years.
Good.
I agree.
Wow.
Good.
I saw that on my timeline. We had to talk about it because I'm just like.
No, Ben Simmons obviously won. He's thief of Rookie of the Year from my Prince Donovan Mitchell, but just a total disappointment in terms of what you wanted there in Philly, what you thought you were going to get.
Yeah, I mean, everybody on the team has written him off. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw what Joel Embiid said. He, for those of you that didn't, he basically just said, "We don't give a shit about him. We're gonna come here. We're gonna do our
I don't
thing."
care what that man does.
Right? Exactly. I don't care what he does. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna win basketball games. Like that's the type of attitude you want. That's the guy you want. Not, I mean, Ben Simmons. I personally, I don't think Ben Simmons is good enough to be acting like this anyway.
Yeah, he is not. Yeah, he's not the superstar of Philadelphia. He has barely proven himself to be an all-star at this point in his professional career. I mean, his rookie season was injury related, but then his second year, aka rookie season was very lackluster at best.
He won Rookie of the Year that year.
He did, but that was that's a very short class for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's him or Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, right. Donovan Mitchell outplayed him, I think, personally. I mean, yeah. Donovan Mitchell's a better player anyway.
And being a Jazz fan, we consistently said, we're like, he's not a fucking rookie. I'm sorry, he's not a rookie. He shouldn't get Rookie of the Year. He's not a rookie. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I mean, he was the number one recruit out of high school. Went to LSU. Yeah, he went to LSU as a favor to his dad out of high school because he was friends with LSU's head coach at the time. Number one overall pick after a very average freshman year at LSU, averaged like 12 points and 5 rebounds and 4 assists, but was a 6'9" point guard. So, you know, everybody gets the Magic Johnson jitters when he can handle the ball that well. So,
sure.
Look, this is I think it's the new age of professional basketball players. Everybody's, you know, kind of grouped up as they're the best through AAU. Their dad's hovering over them. There's scouts all over you all the time telling you you're the best. And then you actually get to the NBA and you're trying to make a name for yourself, but you already think that you've already been established. And in my opinion, Ben Simmons is not established in the NBA at all. Last year was his best year, and he's still not a top 5 point guard to me in the NBA yet.
I think that's a fair assessment. You know, we'll see. Actually, go waiting on him, and you know, it seems like we're in a staring match at this point between the organization and between Ben Simmons. So we'll definitely have to see how that plays out. I'm interested to see how it goes. But last night, if you didn't catch it, you know, we are just covering a couple more topics before we get into football. I know you guys are itching to talk some football here, but
he was disconnected. Now it's reconnected. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Is this on Facebook that is saying that?
No, it's on Streamlabs. Yeah, I have no idea what the issue is at the current moment. Pull up my task manager here and see what's going on. I mean, there's not really a whole lot running too terribly hard right now. Plenty of yeah. I mean, everything on my end looks good technically. I don't know what the issue is with the old streaming channels.
We're running smooth on my end as well. All the technical delays here, guys. Appreciate your patience and hanging with us.
It's gotta be the servers for YouTube and Facebook. With everything on our end's good.
Well, we could still record the podcast and it'll be available on YouTube, so we can share it tomorrow
on YouTube and on Facebook. You guys can check it out tomorrow. Turn it on while you're doing whatever it is that you do when you listen to podcasts. Some people drive, some people work out, some people clean. However you enjoy Line to Game, enjoy Line to Game responsibly.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to the next game. We've got the Chiefs on the road versus the Titans.
Sure, bounce back. Having AJ Brown and Julio on the field is huge, but
injury. So he's a question mark for Sunday as of right now.
This is also related to fast food. I believe food poisoning is what we're blaming this on. AJ Brown tweeted, "Never eating fast food again," vomiting emoji.
Yeah. So some reports are saying that is
Browns with a quick stop on the Broncos, going to get the ball just shy of the 25-yard line, their own 25-yard line.
And one of my leagues is
lied to us.
I never got around to me.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna stay strong with Tennessee. I'm not gonna flip flop. I made my pick. I'm sticking to it.
You're not John Kerry. You're no flip flopper.
All right, next game we've got the Washington football team on the road in Lambeau.
Oof.
I don't even think this is a question. This is Packers all day.
Does Aaron Rodgers own Washington, D.C. as well?
He said, well, first, I just want to, again, I'm quoting Tom Brady here. He said, first, I just want to congratulate Aaron Rodgers. Apparently, he's now a limited shareholder of the and he just drops the cool social media. And
that's a big statement you just made there.
Tom Brady's
into a championship franchise in one season. So it is clearly Tom Brady. It was not Bill Belichick. So I can't really argue. Yeah, I can't argue with you about it. I've never heard you make a fact like a firm statement like that about anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go with Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry, I was taken aback by this.
What we're looking for here is how many halves do we get out of the Bengals offense consistently this year? And what I mean by that is consistently this year, what we've really gotten has been one half of offense from the Cincinnati Bengals, and that is the second half. We came out and said this before the Green Bay game that if we did that against the Packers, that we would be down 28-0. Well, we did do that against the Packers, and we didn't come out 28-0. We lost the game, don't get me wrong, due to swirling winds, in my opinion, but nonetheless. Anyway, but so another thing to note is while the Ravens looked really, really good against the Chargers, I don't put that on Lamar. I don't think Lamar is wide.
I think that you can plug him kind of in the center, and then you also have Mr. Contract Extension himself, Jesse Bates, who can also keep an eye on Lamar Jackson, 12 plus yards, right? So, and then you have to have somebody that can cover the flat. And you have a guy that is a ball hawk, and then you have one of the best safeties in football, and Jesse Bates, that can cover the rest. So that's a big factor.
That's interesting. And more often than not, he's somebody that, is just already in that zone, somebody that can physically do that job. So it makes sense for Logan Wilson. I have one that comes to mind that I don't know if anyone has really thought of. I would like to see Von Bell do it.
Interesting.
I like Von Bell in the capacity.
Do you think that's based on his football IQ? Because I think he's the smartest person on the Bengals side of the ball, when he's on the defensive side of the ball.
I think he's one of them, yeah, definitely. But I think it also just comes into his physicality and his speed, and his tackling. I think those three things are really way he plays, how aggressively he plays, his football IQ, his ability to tackle in the open field, and how fast he is. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I think Jesse Bates is too. I think Jesse Bates and guys, you're gonna get this, but this cameraman just gets absolutely just squatted on the sideline here. I'm really, really sorry, but Case Keenum just chucked up one for the Freebirds, but out of bounds there. But I think it would just be really interesting. So, very long-winded, and you're just sitting over here drying like a sponge on the side of the sink, waiting for us to give us
the hearts that tells me that this is the week Baltimore, but I think that they can match Baltimore on both sides of the ball. I think they can control. I'm not going to say stop Lamar Jackson, because I don't think there's necessarily a way to stop him. They can control Lamar Jackson. They really only have to worry about Gus Edwards. That's really their primary person they have to worry about in the running game. It's all going to come down to, can Burrow run the offense in a timely manner, right? I mean, we've talked about it several times, but clock control is, in my opinion, the most important thing to them winning this game. They have to keep Baltimore's defense on the field.
Okay, so you're saying take your time.
Yes. I think that there's two schools of thought, right? You can go at Baltimore 110%, gives Lamar Jackson the opportunity to be on the field a lot. And he does really well with managing the clock in the first half and the fourth quarter. Or sorry, the first quarter and the fourth quarter. He plays terrible in the second, third quarter for whatever reason. But I would much rather see. I don't think Burrow's not a shove it down your throat kind of guy, right? No. Like Burrow is decisive. He's intelligent. He's patient when he has to be. Yes. So I think that if Cincinnati can control the ball for 65% of the first half, they win the game. That's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be. Yeah, I mean it's an AFC North matchup division. It's going to be a close game. It's
and I'm going to be at work, and I'm going to tell you, shit ain't getting done.
No, there are 0 cars being bought or sold.
You have an appointment? No, you don't. No, get out of here.
I think I've covered like symptoms. But
you just walk into work and tell them you're constipated. I'll be in the bathroom for about 6 hours today.
Denver coming up with a big stop here on 3rd and 11, forcing Cleveland to kick a field goal here. But some people have said this, and I'm interested in your thought. In the national media, they have said this is the biggest game for the Bengals in the last 5 years, and the reason why they're saying that is because if they win,
they'll be at the top of the division.
Not only that, the rest of the league is on notice. The rest of the league is on that they are a legit contender this year.
I don't disagree with that statement. It's a big statement. I don't completely disagree with it. I would say that the biggest game they've had in the last decade was the playoff game they lost.
That was 6 years ago. So I said 5 years.
There
can you relive that though? Yeah,
that 5-year number.
Yeah.
My apologies. But no, yeah. I mean, if we're talking last 5 years, yes, this is the biggest game that they've played.
I just want to go cry.
All right. Moving on. Playing the Giants.
It was like which New York?
Yeah, I just realized I had to specify. What do we think?
I got the Panthers in this one. They're going to bounce back.
The Giants
are a dog shit.
The Giants are terrible.
I do. Yes, I apologize. My internet connection just got really weird for a second, so I'm gonna do a quick.
Yeah, all clear here, baby. Don't you worry. But when I come to learn the game, I bring my lunch pail. I'm ready to work.
I love it.
Ready to work.
All right, next game on the board. I think this is going to be a really close game. That's a beautiful sound. I think it's going to be a close game. We've got the Falcons on the road in Miami. Miami played really well last week. Tua came back and looked really good. It's which Miami Dolphins team are we going to get this week?
This is the last game I picked because I had no idea what I was going to.
Yeah, this is a coin flip. This game could literally go either way. God, this is tough.
I got my pick if you want me to go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I mean, Tua played really good. But Tua played really good. They have way more weapons on that team. I'm going with Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta also has everybody, and they're coming off a bye week. You have Calvin Ridley 100%. You have Patterson 100%. Pitts 100%. Mike Davis 100%. It's not going to be pretty from the defensive side of the ball for Atlanta. I mean, their defense is the third worst in the NFL right now, I believe. So I'm with Corey. I think that on Tua's best day, he still doesn't match up with Matty Ice.
Because this game, I don't want to be on the wrong side of it. With zero confidence in my pick. So, next game, we've got the New York Jets on the road against New England. Good old Foxborough.
The match of rookie quarterbacks.
Zach Wilson and Mac Jones showdown. I can't believe in the Jets. There's every week moving forward, I'm probably the bottom. So I've got Bill Belichick and the Mac Jones led Patriots in this one.
Fun fact: New England may not have a kicker going into this game. Nick Folk is doubtful as of right now.
Sounds like they're going to have to pick somebody up.
I got a little cough, so I don't want to blow that into the mic because I respect you. So that's what I was muted. But interesting thing, a couple weeks ago, we were kick. It was actually their punter that took their kick. It was a penalty on the defense, moved a little bit closer. Blankenship came in to kick the field goal. Interesting point there. So some punters do have little legs there. Pat McAfee, one that is done some kicks. So
McAfee was unlike any other special teams player, though. That guy just lives in a different world.
The most electric punter to ever walk on a football field.
Fact. Also laid hammer.
Yes.
Right.
Anyone that decided it was a good idea to get past the kick coverage. Laid hammer there. Broncos getting a drive. They need points on this drive, down 10-0. But in this Indy Jets game, Patriots Jets. I'm going Patriots. Again, the same line of thinking as Bobby. I cannot trust anything that the Jets do.
Yeah, no. Give me the Patriots. I don't trust Zach Wilson with anything.
All right.
Except for your girlfriend. You can trust him with your wife because he's a good Mormon boy and won't do anything about it.
Being in New York's the worst thing that could have happened to him.
Just weird. Just a weird thing.
It really is.
You want to talk about culture shock?
Just taking an Amish man to Best Buy. It's like, what the fuck?
So there was just a quick rekindling of that, but now we're back in. We're back.
It's adorable.
Give me the Saints. I work with a question today. I said no, but they beat the Seahawks.
We're gonna get the dodging dummy. Get the guy. We're gonna get the guy we saw week one.
Crab leg Jameis.
We're gonna get crab leg Jameis, or are we gonna get
Uncle Jamie?
Are we gonna get week one Jameis Winston, who came out slayed?
So I got an update for you, Bob. Before you make the pick, this is via SportingNews.com. Michael Thomas injury update. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, right? Thomas is eligible to return this week after his offseason, 8 weeks away. So Marquez Callaway remains the number one wide receiver heading to the game with Seattle. No later in the week if Traquan Smith, the hamstring, has a chance to play as well.
Gotcha.
Scattered. He is getting better and better. So I have officially put him into my starting lineup this week.
Oh,
he has made it back into my starting lineup. I have, yes.
We're gonna do Corey's fantasy rehab after the picks tonight. I need some help.
Fair enough. I've got some question marks as well. I just if there's not one coach in the league I respect less, or I don't respect than Pete Carroll.
Really?
Wow, I like that.
I think he's a terrible coach. This all fledged. Obviously in USC he left them in shambles. Then he comes to the NFL and doesn't give Marshawn Lynch the ball on the 1 yard line to win the Super Bowl, and it's just been downhill from there.
I like it. I love when Bobby gets passionate about hate.
Yeah, no, I mean Pete Carroll's 100 years old. He just needs to hang it up.
Bobby has just always just been, since I've known him, just this sweet, nice guy. He's just been a nice guy. But however, if you're a douchebag or you're a piece of shit in some form of your life, Bobby will hate you.
Also, so if you've noticed a trend with Bobby, and I've noticed this in us becoming very good friends over the last decade, if an athlete or a coach is a cheater, they're dead to him. He writes them off. He hates their guts, and I love that because he's such a purist.
He is
for sports.
It's awesome.
Cheating
it's honestly it's the one thing that I hate right now about watching the MLB playoffs is that the Astros are playing so well.
Oh,
it drives a hot iron through my heart, and because they didn't need to cheat because they're already so talented.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
they did it anyway, and now they just
And what ring that he played for was one where they cheated. Because if they win, Justin Verlander gets a ring, correct?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Well, yes, but he hasn't played all year. He hasn't pitched all year because of
he hasn't
injuries.
pitched, but he's hurt, but he's been on the team.
And what would it say? No, yeah, he gets a ring.
Yeah, so he'll have 2 World Series rings if they win, but the only one that he played in was one that they cheated on.
You know what's crazy is that there are purists of baseball that believe that Verlander should not get into the Hall of Fame because that is when he won his ring.
He won't.
Was with the Astros.
He won't. Mark my words, Justin Verlander.
He doesn't mean that for his performance. He means that because of the
cheating.
It's because of the cheating. No, Justin Verlander is a Hall of Fame caliber pitcher.
Before he even went to Houston.
Yeah, that's not an argument. There's no question about that. It's because he's linked with the Astros and the cheating scandal. It won't happen.
What if they delete all of his stats after Detroit and then put him in as a Tiger?
I honestly, I think that if he does get in, I think he goes in as a Tiger anyway.
I think he loved playing.
He loved Detroit. They just couldn't afford him.
Yeah. Kate had
I've actually been reading a lot about that because I follow Verlander fairly closely because I think that in my heart of hearts for a pitcher, he kind of fits my mold the closest of who I would have admired as a young kid. And there are a lot of the older, unfortunately, active members of the Baseball Writers of America. So those who are voting people into Cooperstown that say that
points, even if they gave up that field goal, it's still, you're only down 13-0. You can get a touchdown to tie things up. You get the ball at the end of that, or at the start of the second half, you can get things going here. So
yeah,
Denver can get things going. Are we about to watch a dog shit football game for a little while here? I think we might.
Probably. I'm in.
All right, let's ride this train together, this crazy train. So, I don't know that I can call Urban a fraud yet. I don't think
there's been enough time.
No, and similarly to how you would respond to a rookie quarterback, I think we should start treating head coaches a little bit like that, right? You wouldn't have a rookie quarterback that you invested money, 1, draft capital 2 in to get. You wouldn't, if he had one bad year, you would probably give him the benefit of the doubt. First of all, he was the first overall pick. Like say Trevor Lawrence had a really bad year this season. You wouldn't just write off Trevor Lawrence. Or they say they didn't win many games the rest of the season. Say they went 1-16 this year. You wouldn't say Trevor Lawrence is bad. You say the Jaguars are bad. I think head coaches should get kind of that same grace period. If they went 1-16, 2-15 this year, I don't think that you should necessarily say that Urban Meyer is a bad coach. I think you just realize that Jacksonville sucked last year. They're probably still going to suck this year. Are there things that you like about them going forward that they did differently this year? That's what you kind of have to start looking at. So
yeah, I like your take on that. It's you've got to find the positives right now because they're a young team and a young coaching staff, and they're just trying to figure each other out. The transition from college football to the NFL is an incredible leap. It is a completely different game. It's faster. It's the best of the best. Urban Meyer's not at Florida or Ohio State getting the cream of the crop talent every year and, being able to develop that, right? And go against teams that aren't great, probably 60% of your weeks. Every week you're going against Alabama, right? You're muted, Corey.
I do this.
You're muted again.
All of it. You're welcome. Yeah,
I've shit my pants 3 times since we started.
Good job. Good for you.
Just kidding.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good.
Good. Great. Grand. So Denver, real quick here. Denver getting the ball with 1:18 to go. Teddy Touchdowns has the ball at a 3rd and 8 on their own 33-yard line. So I'll keep you guys updated here. But Yeah, that was. I think that was the most insulting thing that Urban Meyer could ever say to an NFL franchise. Is that
Yeah,
they're like
terrible.
Whoa!
Yeah. So
Whoa! Throw it, Teddy. Oh my God, Teddy Bridgewater just ice skated on grass. So just take a look at that.
I think if you are a head coach in the NFL and you hear Urban Meyer say that every game, no matter if you're up by 10 or 50, you're just sticking it to Jacksonville. And you're just at the end of the game when you're shaking hands, you just say, hey, it's just like playing Alabama, right?
You know what really just came into my head when you said that? Remember the Titans. Herman Boone throws him the banana at the end of the game.
Yes.
That's what that was playing. So I was like, was it throw him an elephant?
Speaking of remember the Titans, the mall near where Bobby and I live, and there was a TC Williams Sunshine football jersey at the locker room store.
So you own it now?
I had to.
Mary
I had
said
to.
No.
I had to wait.
Just hear
because,
the sleigh bells ringing.
But there were several. I guess there's a company that Lids has that makes jerseys for them now.
Awesome.
There was a Bobby Boucher jersey.
Was there
Paul
Gary?
Crew?
Was there a Gary Bertier?
Dude, okay. We're on the same page because my head went, okay, if there's a Sunshine jersey, there's a company out there that's making TC Williams football jerseys. I spent an uncomfortable amount of time over the last 48 hours trying to Remember the Titans jerseys. And I ended up on
sir, can I see the Dodge Durant? Hold on 1 second, please.
I have an appointment for an No. No,
right now.
I found some, but they are not in adult sizes. So, if I could find a onesie one, I could get Declan a Gary Bertier jersey, and then I would make myself a Julius Campbell jersey.
I was going to say Julius Campbell would be the other one. Do you know which one I would actually want? Jones. Running back. The running back.
Running back.
Petey
Jones. Can't hold on to the football.
Just give me Gosling's jersey. I'm just going to be a liability at all times.
What is his name? Alan.
I can't remember his name from the movie.
Alan is his first name. Yes.
Fucking liability defensively. What it is.
But the moral of the story is that if you are interested in a Bobby Boucher, Paul Crew, Sunshine, they had what's the hockey movie where the brothers play, the Hanson brothers? You know what I'm talking about?
The Goon?
The Hanson.
No.
Oh, yes. No, you're talking about Mystery.
Had what I would only describe as the most Mighty Ducks jerseys I've seen in one place, which I was all for.
Absolutely.
I just want to go buy that store.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the Polaris Mall. I highly recommend it.
So just a real quick comment just on this game. Some of the things I've noticed from the opening drives to now, what I'm starting to see a little bit more. One, we got Von Miller on one knee down. Looks like he might have a little bit of an injury here. Maybe an ankle, shoulder, something like that. Anyway, one of the things I am noticing is that the Broncos defense is getting a lot better coverage. There's not as many open field plays where they have a lot of room to run. They're coming down and cracking a lot harder on these wide receivers, and they're making Case Keenum think a little bit more before he's making these throws. He's not getting his, so that leads to the next question. If there is one fictional sports jersey that you could own, one and only one, what would it be?
Man,
it's tough because you always have to say, okay, what's my favorite fictional sports movie?
I would like a Benny the Jet Rodriguez Dodgers jersey.
Nice.
I think that would be very fitting. If we're talking football, I think it would have to be. And look, it has to be the. Oh my God! I just drew a blank.
Julius Campbell.
The Boobie Miles Friday Night Lights jersey.
Ooh, Boobie Miles.
Put Boobie in. Let me spin. We gonna win.
Put Boobie in. You gonna win. I love that. I love that.
I think
a Preacher jersey. Just throwing that out there.
Preacher, that's fair.
Preacher, get Preacher.
Ran a hell of a triple option. Triple option.
Or Gary Bertier. No. I'm talking about Preacher from Friday Night Lights. Defensive.
Oh, Friday Night Lights. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would get. That's Rev. I would get.
Rev. You're right. Yeah, I got it mixed up. I'm sorry.
Or no, common mistake. Or Gary Bertier. I would get Gary Bertier. Just in terms of a weak side linebacker, there's nothing else you want out of a Will, really.
Yeah, so
the intangibles.
I mean, technically, Logan Wilson would be Gary Bertier.
Do you think time is linear, though? That's if you believe time is linear. I think I just pulled up the Facebook stream live. I think we're caught up. I think we're good. I think we are. Everything is good now. If you are watching, let us know. I think we should reshare this out. We got 23 seconds left in the first half. I think what we should do, we're going to take a break, and we should come back live right before the second half starts and talk some football, talk some fantasy. I have another top 10 list for you gentlemen to dive into, to sink your teeth into.
Very excited.
Yeah. That'll be a lot
you just saw Todd perk up.
How's it?
Yeah.
Todd's like, ooh.
Do you? So yeah, I think that's what we should do. It looks like Facebook's good now, but I think we should.
Yeah, we're gonna kill the stream. We're gonna bring it back here. We're gonna take about 15-20 minute break. And we'll be back to you guys here shortly.
Let's not kill it just yet, because while I'm saying that, we have 17 seconds left with the Broncos going down with a bomb, but it looks like it could be OPI here. Yeah, offensive pass interference. 17 seconds left. So does that cause a 10-second runoff or a timeout we have to use? I believe if it's an offensive penalty,
it's a 10-second runoff, right?
Or you have to take a timeout, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is they haven't done it, unless the Broncos haven't used a timeout yet. Von Miller heading back to the locker room already, probably going to get something checked out. Broncos at their own 20, 17 seconds left. I'm just begging for a Hail Mary, something cool to happen here, and they're just going to hand it off.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a heads-up play by Courtland Sutton. I think that ball's picked off if he doesn't.
That's a fair point.
Do what he did.
Yeah. So positive news as we roll into halftime here. Facebook is working. Our strongly worded email to Mark Zuckerberg has worked. We're going to come back stronger, a little bit more buzz, and ready for some second half action of what is surprisingly a lot more one-sided than we thought. This Broncos Browns game. So.
Yeah, sorry I can't join you on that adventure. I got a little too toasty last night.
Good for you on a Wednesday.
My Taco Tuesday went to Wednesday, and I had taco and margaritas last night. It was great.
Ooh.
Good for you.
Excelente.
Oh yeah, it was all dank, and I made the margaritas.
I've had plenty of lost memories from Bobby making Long Island's and margaritas.
Awesome.
And they are A1. A1.
Hi, chat. So we are going to break right now for halftime, but we are going to come back, and we are going to be completely buffered. We're going to be so buffered.
Sick. All right, we'll be back.